Published, 6:02 EST, January 9, 2018. Updated, 11:09 EST, January 9, 2018. Police arrested 9 men in a series of dawn raids involving 150 officers aimed at cracking down on human trafficking in the north of England. The simultaneous raids in Stockton-on-Tees and Sheffield led to 9 suspects being held on suspicion of conspiracy to rape, trafficking, blackmail and drugs offences. Immigration officers were also involved in the major operation, which was sparked by a young woman from Teesside telling police she had been trafficked around the country and subjected to serious sexual offences, including rape. Police lead a man away during dawn raids on a gang suspected of trafficking women for sex. Police smashed their way into homes in Middlesbrough, Stockton and Sheffield this morning. Police smashed a door down in Bowesfield Lane, Stockton, and questioned one man before leading him away in handcuffs. It was one of 7 properties in the town that were raided. As he was taken past reporters and into a police van, he looked confused and said, "What's happened?" Before he was led out, an immigration officer could be seen through the front window, speaking to the suspect in the untidy front room of the terraced house. Police officers could be seen checking a pair of trousers before carrying out a thorough search of the property. In Sheffield, a raid took place at an address in the Callow Mount area and a man was arrested. Cleveland police said the operation was based on intelligence that an unknown number of young women have been trafficked and raped at different addresses. Immigration officers and police in riot gear took part in the simultaneous raids this morning. Police say they want to send out a message to trafficking victims that they can be freed. Police were unable to say how many victims were involved or if any of them were underage. Assistant Chief Constable Jason Harwin, of Cleveland Police, said, "Clearly, to deploy 150 officers shows how seriously we take this. Human trafficking, the exploitation of the most vulnerable in our communities by the most ruthless, will not be accepted. Our message is clear, to those who are victims in the case, there is hope. We are on your side, we can and will help you. We are here for you and we are stronger and more determined than your abusers." This man was one of those arrested today as police investigate an alleged victim's claims. By Rebecca Camber for the Daily Mail. Slavery victims in the UK are now more likely to be British than any other nationality. National Crime Agency statistics on potential slavery and human trafficking victims show Britons now top the league. They have overtaken the number of Albanian, Vietnamese, Romanian or Chinese victims for the first time since records began. Figures released last week also show that 1 in 8 slaves reported to police is a British child aged 17 or under. Police talked to a girl during an anti-trafficking campaign in London last year. There were 432 British children reported to the authorities in the first 9 months of last year who were suspected of being sexually exploited or forced to peddle drugs, weapons, stolen goods or deliver cash for gangs. Figures for July to September 2017 show a record 179 British children were referred to police and local authorities. That is 7 times as many as the number of suspected British adult slaves reported in that time. A total of 205 British nationals were recorded, a sixth of the 1,322 potential victims from 73 countries referred in the 3 months. 76 children were at risk of labor exploitation and there were 94 cases of sexual exploitation. In contrast, for the same quarter in 2016, there were only 57 children referred to police, 46 of whom were suspected of being forced into prostitution. The sharp rise comes as investigators say they are increasingly seeing criminal gangs grooming vulnerable young British girls for sex before transporting them around the country. Sorry, we are not currently accepting comments on this.